Listen closely, first chosen one. If you're watching this video right now, it's because God has led you here. You didn't stumble across this by chance. This moment, this very second, has been appointed. You've been walking through some heavy things lately. Maybe it's confusion, maybe it's pain, maybe it's the silence when you prayed and heard nothing but your own thoughts echoing back. But what if I told you that silence wasn't emptiness, it was setup? See, God doesn't move according to your schedule. He moves in perfect time, and this message, it's not random, it's divine timing, it's your confirmation. You've been holding on, trying not to fall apart, trying to be strong for everyone else, but wondering deep down when it's your turn. And now, right when you thought about giving up, right when you needed to hear something, anything, God speaks. He speaks not in thunder, not always in dreams or burning bushes, but sometimes in still, clear words that pierce right through your chest. This is one of those moments. You've been seen, you've been heard, and yes, you've been chosen. There were battles you fought that no one saw. Tears you cried behind closed doors, but the heavens saw. And God, He was never blind to your struggle. He was preparing you in the dark. And now He's sending you this light. What you're feeling right now, that's stirring in your soul, that's the Spirit waking you up. Because your wait is not punishment, it's preparation. God had to get you ready, not because He didn't want to bless you before, but because the blessing was too big for the version of you from last year, last month, even last week. This version, the one refined by fire, you're the one who's ready. You're the one who can carry the weight of what's coming. And don't you dare think you're not worthy. Don't you listen to the lies the enemy keeps throwing at your mind. You are not too late. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You're right on time. This message didn't miss you. It met you. It met you in the place of doubt to remind you of your destiny. It showed up in your weakness to remind you of your strength. God knows exactly how to reach you, and He knew you would hear this today. This is your moment to wake up, to rise, to realign with your calling. The detours didn't cancel your destination, they just gave you deeper roots. You've grown more than you know, and now it's time. Time to walk like someone who knows they're backed by heaven. Time to talk like someone who knows their words shape worlds. Time to believe again, not just in what God can do, but in what He's doing right now in you. This is not the end. This is the beginning. Your story isn't over, it's just getting powerful. So don't run. Don't retreat, don't second. Guess, step forward, the path is lit, the doors are opening, the message has arrived, and the next move is yours. God didn't send this message to tease you. He sent it to remind you He's not done with you. Not even close. This word was made for you, and it's right on time. Are you ready to hear the rest? Before we continue, take a moment to pause this video and do these 3 things. Hit the like button. Subscribe to this channel. Help us reach 1,000 subscribers, and leave a comment with the number 77. This powerful number will send a deep signal into the universe and align your spiritual energy with God's purpose. Now listen to me carefully. You are not here by accident. You are chosen. That's a bold thing to say, and it might sound too big for where you are right now. But truth doesn't need your comfort, it only needs your attention. Being chosen doesn't mean you're perfect. It doesn't mean you've never messed up, never doubted, never fallen to your knees wondering what comes next. Being chosen means you're part of something far greater than you could imagine, something written long before you were born. You've been marked by heaven. That's why things feel different for you. That's why the things other people seem to coast through, you've had to fight for. That's why you feel pulled when others feel settled. It's not that your life is cursed, it's that your life is called. And when you're called, God won't let you rest in comfort. He'll stir you, stretch you, wake you up, even shake the ground beneath your feet until you recognize what's inside of you. See, the world may overlook you. They may not see the value you carry, but God does. He always has. He's been watching over you, protecting you from things you didn't even know were coming, and pushing you into places that didn't make sense at the time. But now, it's all starting to come together, isn't it? That restlessness, that yearning for more, that sense that something bigger is just beyond the fog, it's not random. It's the echo of your calling. You were never meant to fit in. You were never meant to just survive. You were built to shift atmospheres. You were built to stand in storms and speak peace. You were built to carry light into dark places. That's what being chosen means, not fame, not fortune, but purpose. Unshakable, undeniable, God or gained purpose, and the weight you've felt, that's not just life weighing you down, that's the pressure of potential. That's the fire refining you. That's heaven preparing you. Don't confuse struggle with rejection. The chosen are often tested. Your journey might have felt lonely, but chosen ones often walk a narrow path. It's not crowded because few are willing to carry what you carry, and still you keep walking. That's strength, that's faith, and even in your lowest moments, you've kept the spark alive. That's not by chance. That's divine. I need you to understand you are necessary. You're not just filling space. Your voice matters. Your presence carries power. Your story is someone else's survival guide. The battles you've overcome will be the blueprint for someone else's breakthrough. And that's why the enemy tried to break you. That's why doubt came so heavy. That's why the setbacks hit so hard, because the enemy fears the chosen. He fears what you're becoming, but it's too late now. You've seen the signs. You've heard the call. You are chosen. Not someday, not maybe, right now. So when life tries to convince you you're just another face in the crowd, remember this message. Remember this moment. Because God doesn't waste words, and He didn't send this to everyone, He sent it to you. Chosen one, are you ready to rise? The breakthrough is already unfolding. You might not see the full picture yet, but it's already moving. It's already in motion. It's already surrounding you, changing things behind the scenes, aligning people, opening doors, and shifting obstacles. That thing you've been waiting on, praying for, crying over, losing sleep about, it's not far off in the future. It's not sitting on some distant timeline. It's already started. And whether you feel it or not, you are standing in the early stages of a divine release. See, God doesn't always announce when the blessing starts. He just begins. He moves in silence. He tests your trust. He watches your faith. And what He's doing right now, it's happening without the spotlight. It's unfolding in the quiet, but it's real. It's alive. It's yours. All those moments you thought were wasted, all the delays, all the times you questioned, why not me? Why not now? They were all part of the setup. God was never punishing you. He was preparing you. He was making sure your heart, your mind, your spirit were strong enough to handle what you've been asking for. And now the season has shifted. You might look around and still see chaos. You might still feel pressure, stress, unanswered prayers, but don't let that fool you. God often wraps breakthroughs in storms. The winds are not meant to break you, they're meant to blow you right into the position He's designed for you. That closed door, it wasn't rejection, it was redirection. That person who walked away, it wasn't abandonment, it was protection. That delay you hated, it wasn't punishment, it was preparation. And now you're stepping into the why behind every wait. You see, breakthrough doesn't always show up like lightning. Sometimes it's quiet. It shows up in the way you think clearer, love deeper, believe stronger. It shows up in new opportunities, unexpected connections, supernatural peace. It's that phone call you didn't expect. It's that email that comes out of nowhere. It's that sudden shift in atmosphere where everything just starts flowing. That's not coincidence. That's breakthrough. And I know it's hard. I know it's easy to get tired right before the moment hits. But don't lose hope in the last few steps. The finish line is closer than you think. And what's on the other side of this battle? It's not small. It's not average. It's not basic. It's bigger than you imagined. And when it drops, when it hits, it's going to make you forget every night you cried, every day you doubted, every moment you thought God forgot about you. You're not watching this because you're at the end. You're watching this because you're at the edge of something great. The pressure is proof that something is being birthed. You're in labor, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and yes, labor hurts, but what comes after the pain? Life, growth, purpose. And once you see what's coming, you'll understand why it had to happen this way. You'll stop asking, why me, and start saying, thank you, God, that you didn't let me quit. So hear me clearly, the breakthrough is already unfolding. You don't have to force it. You don't have to chase it. You just have to trust it. Trust the process. Trust the silence. Trust that what's meant for you is already being delivered. Don't miss it by doubting it. Don't delay it by fearing it. Step forward and claim what's already yours. This is your confirmation. Your breakthrough isn't coming. It's already here. Alignment with the divine shift requires action. This isn't just about believing something good is going to happen. It's about moving like it's already begun. God is not calling you to sit on the sidelines of your own miracle. You have a role to play, a purpose to fulfill, a destiny to step into, and that doesn't happen by accident. It happens when you decide to stop watching your life happen and start walking in your calling with intention, with boldness, with faith that looks crazy to the world but makes perfect sense to heaven. You see, too many people pray for change but refuse to prepare for it. They ask God to shift their life but keep living the same way they did yesterday. But when God begins a divine move, He doesn't just bless randomly, He blesses where there is alignment. That means your habits, your thoughts, your decisions, your attitude, all of it has to begin pointing in the direction of your breakthrough. You can't ask for rain and never build a well. You can't ask for opportunity and keep hiding your gifts. You can't ask for healing and keep running back to the same wounds. Faith without works is dead. And right now, if you're listening to this, it's because God is telling you it's time to get in position. The shift is already happening, but it's not enough to watch it. You've got to walk into it. That means cutting off some distractions. That means silencing the doubt. That means getting serious about who you are and what you're becoming. God is not going to force you into your purpose. He will open the door, but you must walk through it. There are things you've been called to build, visions you've carried in your spirit for years, but fear and comfort have kept you frozen, and now God is shaking the ground underneath your feet to wake you up. That restlessness you feel, that's not anxiety, that's alignment calling you. That's heaven pulling you out of the shallow and into the deep, because you weren't made to live halfway. You weren't designed to just survive. You were made to thrive, but it's going to take action. And don't misunderstand, this action isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet obedience. Sometimes it's waking up earlier to pray. Sometimes it's saying no to the old version of you. Sometimes it's choosing peace when the world expects anger. But every act of obedience aligns you with the energy of heaven. Every step forward brings you closer to the life God prepared for you before you were even born. The alignment is spiritual, but the movement is physical. Don't just believe God is going to change things. Live like you know He already is. Speak like it, plan like it, forgive like it, invest in yourself like it. Because nothing happens until you do. Heaven is waiting on your yes. Your faith is the invitation, but your action is the response. And when those two meet, when your belief is matched with your behavior, that's when the supernatural becomes reality. So ask yourself, what do I need to release? What must I change? Who do I need to become to meet the blessing that's coming? Because alignment isn't about earning God's grace, it's about preparing yourself to carry it well. You've been asking God to show up. Now He's asking you, are you ready to show out? Your moment is here. The shift is real. But now, it's your move. Don't wait. Align, act, step into the current of what's already flowing, because heaven is waiting on your obedience. This is your confirmation the shift has started, and now it's time for you to match its rhythm. Signs are showing, don't ignore them. God never moves without leaving a trail. Every shift He makes in your life, every transition He allows, comes with signals, confirmations, and quiet whispers from heaven. The problem is, most people are so caught up in what's wrong, they miss what's right. They miss the divine clues planted along their path, pointing them toward destiny. But if you're listening right now, if this message has found you, it means the signs are already around you, and it's time to open your eyes. Maybe it's that uneasiness you've been feeling lately, that restlessness that won't let you settle. That's not anxiety. That's not frustration. That's your spirit getting stirred because God is moving. You've been praying for direction, and now God is showing you the road, not all at once, but in pieces, through people, through situations, through what feels like coincidence but is really divine strategy. Don't write it off. Pay attention. He speaks in patterns. That number you keep seeing, that phrase that keeps showing up, that door that just closed when you thought it was the one, the timing that doesn't make sense in your logic, but makes perfect sense in your spirit. All of it matters. God doesn't make mistakes. There are no accidents in the spiritual realm. When something starts repeating in your life, it's because heaven is trying to get your attention. Sometimes the signs come in the form of discomfort. The job you used to love now drains you. The people you used to hang with now feel like strangers. The habits you used to enjoy now leave you empty. That's not failure, that's growth. That's God shifting your atmosphere to show you it's time to move on. And if you ignore that, you delay your next season. If you fight it, you extend your wilderness. But if you recognize it, if you trust that the shaking is for your good, then you begin to flow with God instead of resisting Him. Other times the signs are blessings, that opportunity that came out of nowhere, that door that opened when you had no resources, no support, no reason it should have worked, but it did. That's not luck. That's alignment. That's heaven confirming you're on the right path. And if you're wise, you'll stop questioning it and start walking in it with confidence. You'll stop downplaying what God is doing and start praising Him for what He's revealing. But here's the key: signs don't mean anything if you ignore them, if you pretend they're random, if you keep walking with your head down when God is trying to lift your eyes up. There's a reason He speaks through vision, through dreams, through moments that interrupt your routine. He knows your soul is looking for direction, and He's giving it not just once, but over and over, louder and louder, until you finally respond. So today, right now, take inventory. What's been showing up again and again in your life? What's been tugging at your heart? What's been calling you out of the ordinary and into something greater? That's your sign. That's your spiritual wake-up call. Don't brush it off. Don't wait for a louder message. This is the louder message. God is not being quiet. You just need to start listening with your spirit instead of your emotions. Your future isn't hidden. It's being revealed piece by piece, sign by sign. But you have to be willing to see. You have to want the truth more than your comfort. You have to be bold enough to follow what others don't notice. This is your confirmation the signs are real, and they're waiting for your response. Gratitude is the gateway to greater blessings. You see, God moves in mysterious ways, but one thing is always clear: He responds to a grateful heart. Gratitude isn't just something you give thanks for when things are going well. It's a lifestyle, a way of being. It's not reserved for the moments when you have everything you want, but it's especially important when you're in the middle of the waiting, the struggle, and the uncertainty. Because gratitude doesn't just change the situation, it changes you. It opens your heart to the full magnitude of God's blessings. It positions you to receive more. It aligns you with heaven's flow, allowing all that God has for you to find its way into your life. Too many people wait until the breakthrough comes to start thanking God. They think the gratitude should come after the miracle, but that's backwards. True gratitude starts before the blessing is even visible. It starts when things look bleak, when you can't see the full picture and the way seems unclear. That's when gratitude becomes a spiritual weapon. It's the declaration that you trust God enough to thank Him for what's coming, even before you see it. It's the audacious faith that believes God is working in your favor, even when everything around you suggests otherwise. Gratitude also keeps you grounded. It keeps you humble. When you're grateful, you remember that you're not in control of everything. You remember that your blessings are not by your own strength, but by the grace of God. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle, to think that you're the one who's made it all happen. But when you practice gratitude, you remind yourself that every good thing in your life is a gift. The air in your lungs, the roof over your head, the people who love you, the talents you have, the opportunities you're given, none of it is to be taken for granted. And gratitude doesn't just change your heart, it changes your perspective. It shifts your focus from what you lack to what you already have. It takes your eyes off of the things that are wrong and places them on the countless blessings you may have overlooked. When you're constantly thankful, you stop comparing yourself to others. You stop wishing for what someone else has. You begin to see the abundance in your own life, and that's when real joy starts to overflow. You stop waiting for the next thing, and you start living in the moment, fully aware of the good that's already around you. God wants to bless you, but the key to unlocking more blessings is understanding the power of gratitude. When you're grateful, God knows you're ready. He knows that you won't take His blessings for granted. He knows that you'll use what He gives you wisely, and that you'll pass on that same gratitude to others. Gratitude opens doors, shifts atmospheres, and changes your mindset. It makes you a magnet for miracles. When you walk in gratitude, you invite God's favor into every area of your life. You position yourself for more than just the material blessings. You position yourself for peace, for joy, for abundance in all areas. But here's the truth. Gratitude isn't always easy. Sometimes life can knock the wind out of you. Sometimes it feels like everything is falling apart, and it's hard to find something to be thankful for. But those are the moments when your gratitude means the most. When you can thank God for what you have, even when it's not what you expected, you show the world your unwavering faith. You show the enemy that no matter what, your heart will remain thankful because your trust in God is greater than your circumstances. So take a moment right now, look around, look at what God has already done. Look at the people, the blessings, the opportunities He's given you. Don't wait for more before you start being thankful. Start now. Give thanks for what you have, for what you've overcome, and for what's still coming. Gratitude will shift the trajectory of your life. It will take you to places you never dreamed possible. This is your confirmation. Gratitude is the key that unlocks your next level.